dead guy is wrestling. That's quite amazing. Oh boy, this one got me. 110 years old. This woman was celebrating her 110th birthday. Flossie Dickey, her name is.
Really?
Flossie Dickey is celebrating her 110th birthday with one of these local morning shows.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we're gonna talk to. So they had a girl there talking to Flossie, and then the guy and the girl back at the anchor desk, and Flossie
Dickey is what you sound like when you would accuse a guy of having a tiny penis.
Yes, he's got Flossie Dickey.
Yeah.
Apparently Hitler, we found out Hitler had Flossie Dickey.
And new information on Hitler that had been hidden or someone wasn't talking.
That's what I
now. What are you
read yesterday. They said he had a micro penis.
Where did they get this new info?
Where did they get the new info? I think it was something, they said that it was a prison examination from when he was in prison for the beer hall push. So they got the information that he had a micro penis. But wouldn't that have gotten out?
It should have gotten out by now.
People have just...
Who's holding it?
We suspected that at some point before all of Hitler's shenanigans, some Jewish guy just was like, look at his little penis. What? Look at those little dick, everybody. Hitler's like, I'm going to get you.
Shut up.
I'm going to, yeah, what?
Shut up.
You.
Killing you all.
I am going to tell every Jew in Europe.
No, you shut up. Nine, you shut up.
How could I avoid this embarrassment?
I'll take over the Reichstag. And
I will not be known as Flossie Dickey.
I heard you used to have to for him to come, someone had to shit on his chest.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, basic shit.
Oh, of course. I just wonder why people feel it necessary to try to even make Hitler worse. Like, he pretty much tops it, you know? And then it's like, oh, and he had a little dick? Wow. Now I think he's really fucking
I mean, if that really was compensating for a little dick,
yeah.
What a compensation.
What an amazing compensation.
Oh, man. He excelled.
For little dick. That would prove the little dick people try harder and try to prove themselves. Sure. And are angry. They're very angry at their little dicks.
Their lot in life.
110-year-old Flossie Dickey. Let's see what the wonders of 110 years have in store for anybody that makes it.
Good morning. Yes, we are out here at the Cheney Care Center, and I am sitting next to the woman on the front page of the Spokesman Review this
breathing out of her
morning.
nose so she doesn't have to smell old.
This is Flossie Dickey, and check it out, folks. We got her very own Good Day Spokane coffee mug.
Make it 110 years and you give me a coffee mug?
Flossie, you say you're a little tired this morning. Is that right?
I am tired.
She is very tired. That's actually, I heard, your favorite activity to do at the center here is to take a little nap.
Decades ago.
Take a nap many times as I can.
As many times as she can, she likes to take.
Oh my God.
First of all, she's like,
oh my gosh.
I'm very tired. And it's like, what's your favorite thing to do? And she goes, take a nap whenever I can. She has had it with life.
And this woman
just had it.
This woman's trying to be like, what wisdom can we learn from you?
Yeah,
and it's like, none, man. It's way too late for that.
No, what wisdom can we learn? That no one wants to be 110 years old.
I want the sweet relief.
Yes. When will the Grim Reaper visit? She's had it. Listen to the resignation in her voice. So you're 110. I'm tired. And it's not even, she doesn't even mean right then and there.
Oh, yeah. I'm tired of all of it.
Everything. She's tired.
My granddaughter died 5 years ago, and she lived a full life.
Of old age, yes. It just said natural old age. Yeah. And that was her granddaughter, and yeah, there she is. Let's a little more of the wisdom of Flossie Dickey.
Flossie has 3 children. You have 12 grandchildren, 20 great-grandchildren, and 15 great-great-grandchildren. You sound like a very busy lady. Yes, she has lived in multiple places in the Northwest, even lived in Arizona. She's originally from Oregon. That's where she was born. And Flossie, this morning we also have some flowers that we would like to give you.
She won't even.
She got her nails done. I don't know if you can see, but they're a beautiful pink. Pink and purple. We heard were your favorite colors.
Her bones have to be like graham crackers at this point.
On your lap for you. And I'll hold them. How about that? So that they stay.
Rewind that.
She gives her flowers and says, you know, your favorite color and stuff. She goes, I'll just put them right here on your lap. And she goes, they won't stay. And it's not even, I don't think she means literally the flowers will fall off. She's watched everything die.
Deteriorate.
She's just watched everything around her die. And those flowers, she just looks and goes, yeah, those two, they won't stay. She's only known, watch the Grim Reaper's sickle just swiping at everything she's loved. And there's Miss Dickey. Let's a little more. She's quite spry.
Those on your lap for you. And
this poor.
I'll hold them. How about that? So that they stay. Later today, Flossie's family is going to be coming out here to throw you a big birthday party. Are you excited for your party?
Not one bit.
What would you would rather be taking a nap?
You say, baby. Hey, Roy.
Yes, David.
Ever see a movie called Blazing Saddles before?
Certainly have. It's one of my.
It was on today. And I love that movie. And then I started to look up information about the movie. Did you know that this song was nominated for
an Oscar?
For an Oscar.
I sure do.
I can't believe that. I'm actually a little bit shocked. Well, he rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star, his job to offer battle to bad men near and far. He conquered fear and he conquered hate, he turned our night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. When outlaws ruled the West and fear fills the land, a cry went up for a man with guts to take the West in hand. They needed a man who was brave and true, and justice for all as his aim. Then out the sun rode a man with a gun, and Bart was his name. Yes, Bart was his name. He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star, his job to offer battle to bad men near and far. Conquered fear and he conquered hate, he turned dark night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. Now, you guys are on the spot. That's right. Garrett, I don't know what you and your pot buddy John are talking about in there, but we're going to do questions from the audience.
Speaking of Kimbo, did you guys see that fight last weekend? Kimbo Slice and Dada 5000? It was the worst fight in the history of MMA. So bad, in fact, that I became convinced that it was fixed. And sure enough, plenty of betting sites removed that off the board because the odds were too stacked in Dada 5000's favor, an underdog, who's a fat fucking pig, who, I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I think I might be able to beat him up. Look at him. What a fucking idiot. Kimbo Slice is fun to watch, but he's always fighting bums, losers. Like, you know those fat bouncers who are just there because they're tall and fat and black? Can you show the fight, though? There's the actual knockout. This is just the breakdown that leads up to it. There should be some footage there of him getting knocked the fuck out. Did they throw MMA fights now? Is that a thing? Why? Here we go. Look at him take these punches. Oh, I haven't seen this much. You should just have the final cookout. What was that kick? Two guys totally out of shape, already exhausted. Kimbo Slice's knees are just bone on bone. 7 years ago, his bones were falling apart. Since then, I'm going to assume they got way worse. So that's just, imagine two wooden legs. Did they have the whole fight here? I predicted 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I was wrong. I think it went up to 6. Look, can you just get off of me? I'm exhausted. Look at this. They both just want to lie down. That'd be fun if we did that for some fights. All right, pull out the cots. You get a 2-minute nap. Hold on. I don't want to do this anymore. Stop punching me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at it. Even his punch. Kimbo is so tired that his punches are pathetic. Oh, look at I don't do this. Look at that punch. Oh my God. This is someone after 32 beers being told to leave the bar. Okay, this is where it looks fake. Look at this. Bonk, bonk. And now look at this fall. Whoa, plop. Have you ever seen a knockout like that in your life? Where the guy runs 7 feet? You fall down. You go unconscious and you fall down. Was that a knockout by exhaustion? What the fuck was that?
I heard his heart stopped.
Really?
That's what I heard this morning. I don't know if it was a
I hope
joke,
he doesn't die. I heard they moved him to the hospital, had to feed him oxygen. What if he's dead and I'm sitting here going, what a fat pig? Well, that already happened on the network.
Absolutely. It'll give them something to have to deal with.
They're going to deal with it big time.
That'll be nice.
But we could get to work on this. The sooner the better.
Now, I heard something. There was a lot of controversy that I'm sure you had to deal with over the years. Yes, I know. We got a couple of minutes. But when you went to Florida with Obama, and they were like, oh, he's taking Air Force One. That opened up a can of worms, saying that it was hypocritical of you to do something like that.
It's not don't go to work day. It's Earth Day. It doesn't mean quit what you're doing and turn off all the lights. It's
two
Earth Day.
747s and the
but I know what you. But whenever the president goes anywhere, that's what happens.
Oh, I understand, but it just seems
even George Bush did the same thing.
You understand some, optics. I think.
You guys,
it's like pro-life is blowing up an abortion clinic.
Here's on how you.
It's irony.
Here's what I'm about. Okay, it's irony, but what I would say is haters going to hate. Right?
Exactly.
I like that. To send that to Taylor Swift.
No, but Taylor Swift.
And yes, I know that, and it's sad.
No, but she used that lyric because she's reflecting culture. She's not really creating it. Okay,
a reflection.
But I mean, she's an artist. Okay,
sure.
Yeah.
The end goal.
She used a common phrase.
I got you.
The end goal, I think, most of us agree with, but you're making it sound way too sanitized that people aren't going to get charged and taxed, and people's lives aren't going to be affected who work in coal mines and. You're making it way too sanitized.
Let's talk about coal mines.
All right.
Let's talk about coal mines. I was in Charleston, West Virginia, a few months ago. And now bear in mind, these are the self-selecting people who come to see Uncle Bill. These are not normal people. I showed a chart from the Solutions Project, which is from a Western university, Stanford University, known for its bleeding heart, liberal, thoughtless, mindless, two chickens in every pot point of view. But they have done a study over the last 10 years that we could have every state in the United States powered renewably by 2050. West Virginia, do you know how many coal jobs there are according to the West Virginia Bureau of Safety and Mines in West Virginia?
Got to be 10, 20.
Is it 1 million? It's 30,000. 30,000 jobs, okay? If you live in West Virginia, in general, you are a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. In general, Pittsburgh's not far from West Virginia.
Sure.
On a given weekend, there are 70,000 people at a Pittsburgh Steelers game. The number of coal-related jobs, not just coal miners, entirely, the people who process the coal, people who drive the trucks, people who drive the trains, is less than 3% of the population of West Virginia. there's a perception that everybody in West Virginia works in coal. That is not true. And I mentioned West Virginia as an example. The other one is Kentucky. There would be at least 100,000 renewable energy jobs in West Virginia, 3 times the number of jobs in coal industry if we embrace these new technologies.
Would love to see a coal miner get up and try to wire a wind.
Well, okay, so I was at Boeing. I was back at my 747 plant. The 4082 building's not there anymore. It's been, the new offices are way cool. The building where I used to work is not there. Relax, you can't go visit it.
Oh, damn
But the plant's still there, the largest volume building in the world. And I met a guy who was a stonemason. He was a bricklayer. Now he lays wires in 747s. They're enormous, complex wire bundles in big airplanes.
You have to tell him to stop troweling the cement.
Well, he's loving it. His hands don't have that that base, that potash taking the moisture out of them. And he works with his hands all day. And when he goes home, look what I did. I built a 747. We sell billions of dollars of airplanes overseas. Billions.
Who pays for the training of the coal miners, too?
Boeing did.
Oh.
Boeing trained this guy because he's good with his hands. He's thoughtful. He thinks ahead. He plans. He sets out his wire bundles every day, just like he set out his bricklaying equipment.
Example.
I'm telling you, I met the guy in November. Okay, so people, I don't think that many coal miners love coal mining. Have you
I
been
agree
in a
with that. No,
coal mine?
absolutely.
It's
horrible.
sooty and black lung. Everybody, we all
You're
pay
saying
for it.
so, but what you're saying with that example is, so then would
Those are
teach them
two
to build,
examples just in the
would
last
teach them
6
to
months.
build windmills, and
That's right. The welders.
but that takes training and a lot of money and blah blah
Okay,
blah.
but
Right?
the longest journey begins
Who
with a
pays
single
for it?
step.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
they attacked
asking
Pearl
some
Harbor.
pesky
They
questions.
attacked Pearl Harbor. I don't want to replace those boats. They attacked Pearl Harbor. Let's just.
No, I'm
leave. Let's
asking.
leave.
I'm just asking.
They can have it.
You're making it sound way too easy.
Well, in other words, if you think you can't do it, you won't. If you have anybody who's so pessimistic that they believe, he or she believes, the problem can't be solved, that person will not solve them. And when we talk about the amazing things that happen in Silicon Valley and our phones that do all this stuff way better than anything on Star Trek, those are innovators. Those are people thinking new ways, doing new things. And yes, they learn transistor logic. Yes, they went to electrical engineering school. Yes, they can solder. Yes. But now they're doing this other thing. They're writing software. And so, you guys, if you think the problem's not solvable, we won't solve it. Come on, you guys.
It is solvable.
We won World War II.
I'm just saying it is solvable, but you're making it sound way.
Well, the guy at Boeing, what am I supposed to say to him? You're not wire bundling. You can't possibly. You're a
saying.
Job well done, sir.
Yeah, he said, thanks, man. He shook my hand.
What do you tell the 55, 6-year-old coal miner with black lung? We're going to get you a new job tomorrow building windmills?
Well,
you got to think about people's lives at a personal level.
If a guy is a welder in a coal mine and has to take extraordinary things to keep from blowing it up because of coal dust, he might think, well, welding a windmill is not that bad. In that one example. Okay, a guy who drives a train moving coal around could drive a train moving those enormous wind turbine blades around.
Sure.
He'd think, or she would think it's cool.
No matter what's behind you.
That's right. Or he might even take great pride in it because the U.S. is becoming energy independent. And just think, in World War II, the music, the culture, everybody talked about winning the war all the time. So it was, everybody got together and won the war, and they got to be called the greatest generation.
Yes.
And you ask anybody from the greatest generation who's still alive, and they'll say, we didn't set out to be the greatest generation, we just showed up. Played the hand we were dealt.
Right, because the situation came up, and again, I've said it before.
I'm an 18-year-old, I'm a 25-year-old, I just got out of college, I didn't go to college because it's so expensive. And now I see climate change. Should I run in circles screaming, or should I get to work?
I'm comparing your dad, a war hero, to somebody. At Stanford screaming at white kids and Black Lives Matter. The character just seems a little different. Those generations.
My dad was in law school. And
I told you he was brilliant. So was your mother.
No, but he was a prisoner of war. What you and I call a shovel, he called my whole life an idiot stick. He taught me how to use an idiot stick.
That's even kind of condescending.
Okay.
Boy, you're kind of a snooty family. I got to be honest with you.
Well, so the reason was
my dad used
for almost 4 years against the Geneva Convention. My father and his colleagues shoveled soil.
Yeah.
Okay. And they invented.
These weren't known as very good hosts.
No, not especially.
Prisoners, yeah.
But for whatever reason, my dad lived through it. He was not a war hero, as I understand it. He did not save a battalion from a kamikaze attack. He was just some guy.
Yeah.
My mother happened to be in college, and the first cousin of the dean of students happened to be the Secretary of War. Henry Stimson happened to be Dorothy Stimson's cousin, and so my mom got recruited. They just played the hand they were dealt. Okay, so kids coming of age today.
Just a brilliant cryptologist, and
well, but I mean, but she didn't tell us what she did.
Oh, well, good.
And the big event was when she broke the Admiral's coffee cup. She broke the Admiral's coffee mug, and that was a big deal.
Oh shit!
So
Is that code for something? Does that mean something?
She may have.
She broke the Admiral's coffee cup. You know what I mean?
She may have just been, or she may have done nothing but clerical or secretarial tasks. But she was recruited. Allegedly, the family myth is because she was good at this one thing. All right, but everybody who riveted in World War II to make B-17s, which, by the way, included the current president's mom in Wichita, Kansas, those people just played the hand they were dealt.
I heard the one she worked on crashed.
You know, she didn't. There's no evidence of that.
I read that somewhere. I think it was the New York Times.
And that's another thing that's very troubling when somebody running for president says a lot of people are saying that. That is not evidence.
Right. I heard she put.
What is it that you think you want that you think I don't want? Clean water.
No, we both want the same thing. The way to go about it, I think, is where the rub comes in.
Well, the rub is, I think.
No, you think so? I'm not trying to be disagreeable here.
Well, no, but the rub.
Imagine if he was.
I never would have.
What am I supposed to agree with everything fucking that he says?
Absolutely not.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool liberal, and he's proud of it. Go ahead.
So, Nick.
Yes.
Let's try.
You started out by calling me an idiot at the beginning of the thing, so I fucking came back at you.
I did that.
Yeah, you did.
I'm open-minded.
I said I flunked on you, and boy, that's a surprise. So basically, you called me an idiot in code, like your mother would.
Oh, in code. So I did not know you well enough to understand that when you said you flunked out of a university.
I led you on. Yes.
You were kidding.
2.6.
Oh my God.
All that aside, marketing 2.6. Climate change is happening. Humans are causing it. The sooner we get to work on it, the better. And wouldn't it be great, as a guy born in the U.S., I think you guys are born in the U.S.
Sure.
Wouldn't it be great if the U.S. were the world leader in the new technologies to make electricity, especially renewable? Electricity is magical. See, electricity, you can toast, you can drive a car, you can drive it.
It's very scary.
I'm afraid of electricity.
Very scary.
So there's more energy, by the way, in a gas tank of a New York cab than there is in the battery pack of a Tesla. The gasoline has so much energy in it.
How do you feel about fracking?
Fracking, my uncle, my mother's younger brother.
He invented it.
No. He was a geologist in college, but he got involved in the Korean War, and because he was a college